So this is the water kefir, or not the water kefir, the milk kefir separation day. And what you see here is, this is the milk kefir. You see that there's starting to be some sort of separation. This has been out on the counter for a couple of days. I stirred it up yesterday. And yeah, it's quite creamy right now. So what I have to do is give it a good stir. What I'm going to do is separate it so that I'm taking the kefir grains out, and I'm going to put new milk. I'm going to clean the jar, then put new milk, and then set it on the counter again for another. Then what I do is I use a plastic spoon with holes. This is really, really good. It's like a strainer, which allows, you know, some smaller grains to get through and the curds and that, but it keeps the main grains there. So what I'll do is I'll just put this like so. And then basically, you know, dump it all in here. I'm using a wide mouth canning funnel, so that keeps it nice and tidy. Let all the goodness drip out of there. And then you can see these are the grains, the kefir grains, and they look like cauliflower. They're like on the rubbery side. And what I do is I just move them around a little bit to let the kefir milk, the converted milk, drip through. And a nice thing is that I'm lactose intolerant, and I was buying lactose-free milk for quite a while, but now I've tried the kefir route using just regular 2% pasteurized milk, and it's great. I don't have any stomach problems at all, no bloating, no cramps, and so that is pretty cleaned out. And I think from I forget how many batches of kefir I've done with this so far, but I think now it's almost tripled in the amount of grains that I have. You know, because these things feed on the lactose that's in the milk. And you see this is, like, this is a grain here. This is the big guy here. So, and you see that it's stringy. That's like that's the bacteria in the, you know, this is the alive stuff, and it's very alive. And the great thing that's so nice is that you just leave it on the counter. If you left regular milk on the counter for a couple of days, it would really go funky and you know, bad news. But this, what it does is it converts it. So I leave it 2 days with the grains. Then this new jar, the jar that I've just prepared, that I'm going to put the cover on it, let it sit for another 2 days, and then put it into a plastic container that I leave in the fridge. It's like a juice jar, and then I just serve myself from that. So I've washed out the container here, and I just put in some fresh milk. This is, like I said, 2% regular milk. It's not lactose free. And then what I need to do is, with my little plastic spoon, take the grains out of here. See, they're a bit stringy, and just put them in. You see, there's a lot of smaller guys too. Stringiness there, they're be nice and healthy. I'll just put the whole gang in there. And within 2 days it's going to get nice and thick. So I've done the transferring of all of the grains that were in this batch, or the batch that's now transferred into here. Put them all in here with fresh 2% milk. Both of these jars I'm going to leave on the counter for the next 2 days. I'm going to stir them both up tomorrow. And supposedly with the kefir milk, if you leave it on the counter for a few days, it becomes effervescent. And I haven't received that yet. It seems to get a little bit on the soury side. It's not so sharp, but I'm going to try doing that maybe a little bit longer this week. The other thing too is that, like I said, with the separation, you have to stir it up, and also to avoid having anything growing on the top, because it's not a hot environment. There could be mold, so you just want to make sure that you stir it up so that you don't give anything a chance to grow in there. So that's why stirring it up, at least once a day, and then I refrigerate it. And supposedly when you refrigerate it, you can keep it for weeks within there. It doesn't seem to have an expiry date. With a plastic juice container that I keep it in, that I can just shake it vigorously before I have anything to drink, and then put it in the fridge, and I just keep on, once I'm taking this off the counter, wanting to refrigerate it, I just dump it in. Even if there's a bit left in the previous batch, you just keep it all together, and it's all right. And don't mix, like this is I only use this for the kefir. The same thing with the spoon. It's a plastic spoon. It's actually recycled from a McDonald's Blizzard, I believe, and or not a Blizzard, whatever their Frosty or Sunday beverages. So what I just did is I marked a milk K on it, because I also used another plastic spoon for the water kefir. And even though I am putting these in the dishwasher, I'm not sterilizing them with high temperature. So I just don't want to avoid, or I want to avoid any cross bacteria from one kefir to another, because it's not all the same. And so just to avoid that, just use individual. Just like this, I only use this for the milk kefir. I have a stainless steel strainer that I use for the water kefir, so that's all right. And these, of course, there's no contact between the milk and the metal, so that's one thing that you also want to avoid. And stainless steel is all right. It's if you have any other kind of metal, like an aluminum or some sort of a galvanized tin type of material, that might not be the best. Stainless steel is supposed to be okay. They say even if you try to avoid it, any metal. And so that's that. And I know that out on the web I've seen that some people are really very diligent about rinsing things, like when they wash up the container, that they rinse it and they use filtered water or even distilled water. And then you see other people that are making it and they're using regular tap water to clean out. And I did it regular tap water, but I just dry it out afterwards. And even people that make water kefir, some people they take the water straight from the tap. And I think it's only since the last little while that we've been having to deal more and more with the chlorinated water. Before that, people used to take water from wherever, and sometimes even the fermenting of like making wines, and that was a way of having a liquid that is not contaminated with any type of bacteria, because it's actually somewhat sterilized with the wine, the bacteria, the yeast, and all that. It's a way of preserving the water. So anyways, hope this helps, and if there's any questions, by all means send me a line either on Facebook, ICANGrowFood is the name of the group, and or also on the YouTube channel, Elgibus1, and you'll find a whole bunch of videos, other related fermenting and food stuff happening from St-Hubert, Quebec, Canada.